Hello my brothers and sisters in nerdiness, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to do another unboxing. This one is a little bit Wingspan, it's a little bit Terraforming Mars, but it's all Earth. Yes, we have Earth E from Inside Up Games. It's won the UK Games Expo Awards for 2023 for the best game. It's got the Seal of Excellence from the Dice Tower. It's Man vs. Meeple approved, and it's Sack Serenade's Keeper from GameBoyGeek.com. So there we go. On the back, it gives a rundown of what there is. So, over millions of years of evolution and adaptation, the flora and fauna of this unique planet has grown and developed into amazing life forms, creating beautiful symbiotic ecosystems and diverse habitats. It's time to create your island, a 4x4 tableau of self-supporting growth, expansion and supply, where even the cards you don't need become compost for future gain. Earth is an open world engine builder for 1 to 5 players with simple rules but many strategic possibilities. It's a simultaneous prosperity. When the active player chooses the major benefit, all other players also gain a major benefit. This means more playing and less waiting. We have stackable wood pieces, 74 painted canopies and 88 natural trunks, and they are the actual size. It's there. It also includes a solo mode and team variants. It's 1 to 5 players, age 14 plus, 45 to 90 minutes. Components: 283 earth cards, 145 sprout cubes, 105 soil tokens, 88 trunk pieces, 74 canopy pieces, 25 leaf tokens, 32 ecosystem cards, 23 fauna cards, 10 island cards, 10 climate cards, 6 solo mode cards, 5 player boards, 1 active player token, 1 first player token, 1 fauna board, 1 scorepad, 1 rule book, double-sided for more variability. And it says, thanks to double-sided cards, there are 20 islands, 20 climates and 64 ecosystems, which means that there are 25,600 possible starting setups. Welcome to nature's diversity. But we don't want to read about what's inside. We want to see what's inside. Oh, let's get the knife opening and crack it open. There we are. We are able to get into the box. Yay. So, let's open up. It's a game by Maxine Tardif and it's presented by Connor McGoey. Don't know whether that's pronounced correctly or not. Let's pop that over there. And first things first, let's put the box out of the way. We have, if I can get it out, a rule book. Here we go. So pop that up the road. First of all, we'll have a look at this. Okay, so how many pages is this rule book? Does it say? 16 pages. And it's a fairly big, area for the actual book itself, even though there's only 16 pages. So this gives you the objective, and then we see the components and shared setup, individual setup, card information, turn action overview. What else is there? Activating abilities, composting, gain soil and compost from the dream file, plants in place, straw and craft cards, watering, place sprouts and gain soil, and growing, draw cards and place growth, ecosystem cards, fauna cards, island cards, climate cards, earth cards, event cards. It goes into quite a bit of detail, even though it's only 16 pages of a book. The diagrams are not just drawn, they are photographs of the actual contents of the game. At the end it tells you when the end game, what happens at the end game stage, scoring the victory points. And now we have the solo mode. And on the back we have the rules for the team mode. It's 2 versus 2. Okay, so yeah, so we have, it's basically 2 players or 2 teams of 2 playing against each other. Oh, there we are. Great way for experienced players to teach the game to new players. But that's handy. Right, next off we have this board. Now this board is let me have a look and see the exact terminology for these. It's not the player board. What did they call this one? Does it say? Gone through it, and that's this board. Is it the Gaia board? I think it's called. One fauna board, sorry. So it's the fauna board. So that is for multiple play, that side. So you'll get animal cards put here, and this is a scoring token. Whoever achieves the goal that's set on each of these cards will get the 15. The first person will get 15, the second will get 11, 8, blah blah blah. And this side is the what is it called again? The ecosystem cards. Not quite sure about that one. I did play this last week and I really enjoyed it, and I just couldn't resist getting a copy of it myself. But again, I'm not 100% sure what the terminology is for these. As I said, this board is the Gaia board, and this is for solo play. So I'll move that to one side. And now we have these boards. I'm going to show you the back of these first of all. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. And when we turn them over, we have these. And these are player boards. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the difference? What is the difference? I don't know. Because we have these boards, which don't have, which are basically double-sided. This is 2 team, and that is, it has the same thing on top. Have they any difference, or is it just a case of, I have not a clue. But these all seem to be player boards. So I'm not 100% certain. This is the solo variant. I'm aware of that because what we do here, and this is what this oh, that's the simple way of playing it, and I think this is the more experienced way of playing it. I just think in order to make it, they put those 2 pictures on 2 of the boards, on the back of 2 of the boards, because these are, whatchamacallit, we have those two that are going to be player board. We have these, so yes, so that we have, what is it? So we have, that's a player board, and on the back is a solo board, and this one on the back is team 1, and I think this is solo player board. What? Who? Yes. What? No. Oh, right. So team 1, team 2 for the the team variants. This is the solo board. I think this is the Gaia board, and that's, so yeah. So I know where I am now. So we have these two which are double-sided for various reasons, and then you've got these two which aren't double-sided. So they've put nice pictures on the back. That's, I've sussed it now. I think. Okay, so what's next? We have this board of tokens. These ones are soil. So you get individual clumps of soil, then you've got 5 clumps of soil, and then 10 clumps of soil. We have player markers. These must be the sprouts, first player token, and that's come off, but I'm not sure what that would be. Let me have a look once more. Does it say 12 is the first player token? So what's 13? The active player token. Okay, fair enough. Know where I am now. So that's first player token, that's the active player token. There's 2 player tokens, so we just use that time and time again for swapping between each other as to who was first player and whatever. Now, what are all those tokens for? I'm wondering if those green tokens, or the green square tokens, are for something different than oops, these ones here. I wonder if these are any different to the sprout tokens, because didn't use those last time. What we used for the sprouts were these. And what I'm going to do now is lower the camera and have a closer look at the rest of the components. Okay, so here we have a bag full of green cubes. These are wooden cubes, painted green, and these are for using as sprouts. Next we have these. These are the growth tokens, and they are shaped like this because during the game you will slot one on top of the other, and possibly another one on top of that, another one on top of that, and then to top it off you would use one of these thingamies, and that would mean that growth is complete. So it's a three-stage growth. The different colours, but like Wingspan with the eggs, it doesn't matter what colour you use as long as you use one, because once you've used one it completes the growth rate, and each card that has growth rate on it will show you different ones. If it has one, if it has a single one, you just use that. If it has 2, you would use one of those and one of those. 3, 2 of those, one of the caps, that kind of thing. So there we are. This next one is the scoring pad. So there we are. We just work out all the scoring mechanisms on there, and I love the fact that it's a nice shot of a mountain with trees there and water in the foreground. Lovely. And now we have 1, come hither, 2, 3, 4 decks of cards. This is what I was meaning. If we look at this one first of all, this is what I was meaning for growth. So that says 3. So you'd use 2 of the growth things and then 1 of the caps to make 3. And if it's still there at the end, you will get 4 points for that. This is where you put sprouts. This is yellow action. The yellow action. That's how many points it's worth at the end of the game. That's how many soil you need to spend to be able to buy it. So let's. The thing is now, I don't think I've got any bags to put these in. Oh dear. But let's have a look at a few of these cards. Zoomy. There we are. Japanese maple, lovely. African baba. Catgrass. Marula. Basil. Yellow marble. So we have all sorts of different things, some grasses, trees, in this case fungi. Oh yes, we have different iconography as well. Let's have a look, see if we've got them all. I think that may be it. Yeah. So I forgot to mention as well that we have different iconography. So by next to its name, you'll have a symbol here. This shows it's a fungi. That shows it's a bush or a shrub. That shows it's grass. Let's see the correct terminology for these, because we should have a thing of the anatomy of the card. So 3 card type. Does it say? I can't see just off the top of my head, just from this quick cursory look. So I'm just going to say that this will show it's a plant, grass kind of thing, and finally this will show it's a tree. This. So there are your 4 different types: plant, shrub, fungi, tree. There we are. So now we've got that out of the way, let's have a look at a few of them. So there we go. Basil. Heather. Now why is that a shrub? I didn't think heather was classed as a shrub. Oh well, I don't know. I may be wrong at this. If I am wrong, I will put the correct things of these under or on the video itself at the bottom of the screen. Beefsteak fungus. I wonder if that's suitable for vegetarians. Who knows? Turkey tail. Corn. Tomato plant. Soybean. Bleeding tooth fungus. Ooh, that was horrible. Honey fungus. Dahlia. Wall moss or wall screw moss. Bleeding heart vine. Spider tresses. Oh, I'll have to look for them. Jelly ear. Golden chanterelle. And a banana tree, which is, I believe, a herb rather than a tree, but I may be wrong. I know it's not actually technically a tree, it's something different. And if I just realised, or I not noticed, there is actually a Yes, there is. There is one of those things to open these. Right, so these cards are slightly different. These have this thing on, which shows its terrain. Which is a terrain card. Does this mean all terrain cards have that iconography on? Yes, it does. So that's a terrain card. Right, okay. So we'll go through and have a look at some of these. So, where are we? Tropical forest. That's a lovely picture, isn't it? Scrubland, plain, stream, meadow, giant forest. Love that. Jungle. Ooh, that's nice. Savannah. Permafrost. Impoverished land. Extinct volcano. Lava plain. Monsoon irrigated plateau. Sunny hillside. There we go. So they're the terrain cards, and they will go on your player board. The plant cards will go in your tableau to the side of it. These event cards keep stay in your hand until you play it, and they go to a used part on your player board. Now, some of these will lose you points at the end of the game. So this one will lose you -1. This will lose you -4. But as I said, these are all event cards, and you play them anytime you wish, whether you're the active player or not. So it tells you what it is, tells you how much points at the end of the game, and what you actually do with this event. So in this case, you give up 2 sprouts to gain 5 cards. Do you gain 5 cards? No, you don't gain 5 cards. That is composting. Yeah, I think you compost from your hand. Sorry, compost from the deck. If it had an image of a hand, there you would compost from your hand. This one, you lose 4 points, but you would gain, I think you'd lose 4 points, but you would gain 4 cards. Not quite sure. That one, you'd lose a soil. You'd lose a sprout to gain 3 soil, but you would lose 2 points at the end of the game. And this one, you would spend 3 sprouts to get 6 growth. And when you gain 6 growth off these, you can put them on any of the cards. I don't think you don't need to put them on all of them, I don't think. But as I say, I've only played the game once, but I really enjoyed playing it. And I'm looking forward to getting some more playthroughs of this one. Okay, so that's the event cards. Now we're going into solo mode. And this is a plant. This is water. This is growth and compost. South Pacific Gaia and the North Pacific Gaia. What these do, I don't know. I've not played it solo yet, but I might have a bash at some point. So that's those ones. Now let's see if this thing actually works. Or if I can actually do it with acrylic nails. That's not the bit that's open. Where's the bit that's open? Forget it. It's much easier me doing that. So let's have a look in here. Now we have more plants. Beavertail cactus. Jalapeno. No stick. If you know, you know. Grey reindeer lichen. Subscribe. Grey reindeer lichen. Subscribe. Yeah. Oh well. Red capped scaper stalk. Whatever that may be. Some form of fungus. Yeah, slippery jack fungus. Organ pipe cactus. Nice. Mountain aspen. Oh, that really is nice. Oh, white bark with the black. Horn of plenty. English walnut. Strangler fig. Tiger orchid. Bald cypress. Yellow staghorn. Painted needle, or painted nettle, or as we call it, or yeah, I was going to say it's a coleus. I remember a story. There is a type of coleus. It's called scaredy cat, and it stinks. It's supposed to frighten cats out of your garden. And I went to a garden centre. We were going to Blackpool with a friend of mine for just like a ride out. So we called up at a garden centre, and we found one of them on in a garden centre on the way. So she bought it for a neighbour as we were going to Blackpool. Yeah, so we got there, we perked up. I have no sense of smell. We got there, we perked up, we had an hour or two, maybe even 3 in Blackpool, just wandering around the shops and having the fish and chips and whatever. We got back in the car, opened the door, and the stench was overpowering. Even I was gagging. Oh, not nice. Oh dear. But hey ho. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Strabanthes Diana. Persian shield. Oh, I might have a look out, see if I can get some of that. That is really nice. Vivid pinks into purple and black. When I get my garden sorted out, oh, I'll be looking at some of these to get inspiration for things to grow. Jojoba. Yes, that's the old Billy Connolly thing. I can't remember what he was advertising. Was it shampoo or something like that? No, can't remember. But yes, these cards are absolutely lovely. So we've gone through some more of the plant cards, and I'll pop them there with the other plant cards. And now we're back to terrain cards. So we have prairie, shrubland, mountain ridge. Oh, that is beautiful. Beach, I'm not too bothered about that personally. Crater, pasture, again, lovely. Mountain forest, now that's my kind of terrain. Rocky Mountains. Alvisol, what on earth is that? I'm going to have to look and find out what that is. I will put the definition on the bottom of the page. I'll leave it to there. Aridisol. Okay, there's 2 I need to check on. Organic soil, solidified magma, water pools, sand dunes, tundra, clay soil, sandy soil, riverside. So I'm going to keep those to one side. In fact, I don't need to keep them to one side. I can just leave them on the top of this pile and look when I finish this video to see what it actually means, because I don't know. I've never heard those words before. It may be some common usage thing, but as I say, I don't know what it means. So there we are. Oops. Now here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look here. So these are some of the fauna we can get. And these are what go on the centre board for the fauna board. And these are what you put either side, and it gives you the task. So in this case, to get your 15 points of this, you need 8 plus flora without any growth and without any sprouts. But these are double-sided. So this one, 4 plus flora, filled with as many sprouts and growth as possible, having no points on 0 growth counts as filled. So there we are. And we have the Atlantic puffin on the other side of Sri Lankan leopard. Again, different targets to get on each one. Brown-throated sloth. Lovely. Red deer. Look at that. How nice. And the American bison. Do you know what the difference is between a buffalo and a bison? Well, you can't wash your hands in a buffalo. Brown bear. Red-eyed tree frog. Hummingbird. Burnout. Oh, that's lovely. Arctic tern. Rainbow shield bug. Western honeybee. Oh, there's a fire salamander there. What's on the other side of the western honeybee? An African bush elephant. Now, this is quite ironic, this, because elephants, they always have this thing where they're scared of mice. They aren't. What they're actually scared of is bees. Farmers in Africa apparently keep beehives around their crops to stop elephants getting into them. Don't know why elephants are scared of bees, but elephants are scared of bees. Ladybird. Grey wolf. Wood duck. And a Siamese rhinoceros beetle. King penguin. Indonesian pit viper. I love the purrings for these. We've got Kern's birdwing butterfly, and on the back of it, a northern giraffe. Spotted hyena and a green iguana. A kingfisher and an echidna. A wild boar and a lubber grasshopper. Siberian tiger and a Bornean orangutan. An Arctic fox, an American alligator. Plains zebra and a mountain lion. Green tree ant with a Andean condor. An earthworm with a European mole. What do European moles eat? Earthworms. A red squirrel with a yellow-bellied marmot. And a pale-billed woodpecker with a bald eagle. Yeah. Same type of creature there, both birds. Squirrel, marmot, yeah, rodents, but earthworm, mole. Well, the one that, as I said, the one that made me laugh was the elephant and the honeybee paired up on the same card. I like that. Yeah, so let's have a look at these sets of cards now. And these are the ecosystem cards. So again, these go on your card or your player board, and these have the green effects that you can do. And again, these are double-sided. I'm just going to go through a few of these because there's a lot of these, so I'll just go through. So Tongass National Forest with the Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. The Lonely Island with Twin Island. Oh, that's good. Lonely Island on one side, Twin Islands on another. Arabian Desert and Bhutan Rainforest. Talk about opposites attract. Yagashiri Island with the Australian Temperate Forest. So we're not going through all of these, there's quite a few, so we'll just leave it at that. There are some really nice cards there. Really nice imagery with these. Okay, let's have a look at what's here. There's not all that many, so we can go through these, I think. Hemiboreal climate and tropical savanna. Subpolar oceanic with the Mediterranean hot summer. tundra with typical tropical monsoon, semi-arid climate with dry winter subpolar oceanic climate with subtropical highland climate, ice cap with boreal, Mediterranean cold summer with marine west coast, dry winter subtropical highland with the tropical rainforest, hot summer continental with desert, and the humid subtropical with arid. There we go. So that's the climate cards. And finally, I believe it's the island card. So we have Lombok, twinned with Hawaii, Fogo with Wakari, Metis Shoal, hopefully I've pronounced these correctly, La Palma, Jamaica, Kyushu, Janmayan with Kunashia, Iceland with Maoria. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these correctly. Santorini with Barren Island, Niceros, or I don't know, with Deception Island, Luzon with Nishinoshima, and Volcano Island with Kauai. Whatever that says. Okay, so that's everything. Hopefully I'm going to get a game of this going. I'm going to have a few playthroughs of the solo variant, see if I can work my way through that, and then get a gameplay of the solo, and then we'll try the playing like a 2-player game, me and Ollie, or whoever's with us. And zoom out and raise the camera quite a bit so you can see what we have here. I'll move these over here so you can see them again. So that's it. That is all of Earth. Got all the boards here, all the tokens, the rune book, the sprout cubes, the growth, everything. There's a lot in this little box, and I think this is going to be high up on one of my favourite games. I enjoy Pandemic. Well, favourite game tied with Pandemic and Wingspan. This could knock one of them, I think. I really do think the more I play this, the more I think it's going to knock one of those games off my top list, or at least tie with them. So we may have a 3-way tie. But then again, coming up, we may have a 4-way tie. More about that later. That's a future video in a few weeks' time, because I have ordered another game, which I'm impatiently waiting for. So when that comes, we can talk about that one. But that's all we have time for Earth. I hope you've enjoyed this video and this look through the contents of the box. I'm looking forward to playing this. I'm looking forward to doing some videos for this. And I'm looking forward to this. Really, I'm looking forward to this. But that's all we have time for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, as always, stay safe and take care. God bless, and bye for now.